Hi guys, so basically this video is just um, something to show you guys exactly what you should have in your makeup kit, in my opinion. I divided it into 3 different categories. There's basic, intermediate, and advanced, and that way anybody that's a beginner or just looking to add to their collection can all gain something. So starting with the first category, we have basic. So the first product I have, and if you see me looking down, excuse me because I kind of wrote everything down so I don't forget anything, which I have a tendency to do, so yeah. So the first one I have is just a lip gloss. Any old lip gloss, whatever you like, just something that'll add sheen or color or whatever it is that you want. Some people prefer lipsticks, it's all up to you. But yeah, just any old lip gloss. This is like a e.l.f. Liquid lipstick for $1. You can't go wrong with that. Next, we have eyeshadow. Personally, I think that you should get an eyeshadow palette because that way you have a broader array of colors and you're able to work more with it than if you just got one eyeshadow. An example of this is Wet n Wild's Vanity palette. Personally, as a beginner, I think you should start with neutral colors simply because it's much harder to go wrong with a neutral color. If you're a beginner, you can just take some of this shade right here in the gold and just brush it over your eyelids really lightly. If you're slightly more advanced than a newbie, you can go ahead and make a V shape and do a slightly brown, neutral smoky eye, excuse me. Kind of like what I have right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you see the gold shimmer. It's just a light gold shadow. And then I used the brush that was in it to go ahead and create a V shape. So it's a light, it's an everyday smoky eye, nothing crazy. This is like a couple of dollars at your drugstore. Next we have mascaras. If you do not own mascara, I don't even know what to tell you. It just makes a world of difference. People who have no eyelashes, like me, it actually makes you look like you have a little bit. Like if I turn sideways, do y'all see that? That little speck? If I did not have mascara, you wouldn't even see that. Like, and that's just light just to comb it out. I'm telling you, mascara makes a world of difference. It just makes your eye look so much prettier and bigger. Speaking of making your eye much bigger, eyeliner. It's all part of the whole enhancing your eyes to just make it, I don't know, pop. Like, you're probably gonna hear me say that a lot because the whole like making your eyes pop is like, I don't know, I just love it. Like, you can't, nobody, like, who doesn't like beautiful eyes? Like, the first thing you see when you talk to someone is like their eyes, like, wow, it's like so big and pretty. I don't know. But yeah. And to seal the whole eye poppingness, poppingness, um, a good concealer. If you don't have a good concealer, it kind of washes out the eyeshadow a bit, but you don't really notice until you put the concealer, and it's just like, wow, like it really does make a world of difference. Like if you try to do a smoky eye and you don't have a good concealer that like completely evens out under your eyes, I don't know, it's kind of like it's not defined. I mean, it's there, it still looks nice, but it's not defined. You put the concealer there, and it's like, bam, all the focus is on the eye. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little excited about this, but yeah, so great concealer. So that's the basic portion. So the next category is intermediate. The first product that I would recommend is definitely foundation. Contrary to popular belief, foundation is not really meant to cover heavy blemishes. That's what concealer is for. Foundation is meant to even out your skin tone. So a lot of times people do that and they try to put on a lot of foundation to cover several spots that they have on their faces, and that's what gives them the cake face. So yeah, foundation, even skin tone. You know how sometimes you wear lip gloss and after a couple hours it just kind of disappears? You're not really sure where it went. The same thing happens to foundation. It just somehow comes off your face, and because of that, it's necessary to set it with a finishing powder. Depending on what kind of finishing powder that you have or use, it may or may not add color, but generally it doesn't add coverage. It just sets your foundation. Now, for those of you who don't want to wear foundation, you can go with a foundation powder, which is personally what I prefer to use. It's buildable, which means it can go from light to a really good medium coverage. And I just like it because it helps matte out my oily T-zone and it just adds coverage at the same time. Next product I would say is blush. Blush just adds that I don't know, that hint of color back to your face. When you even out your skin tone, it kind of makes your face just a little bland because everything's like one color. So when you put a little bit blush, it just kind of adds that color back to your cheeks. Next, I would say using an eyeshadow primer. This one here in my hand is Paint Pot by MAC. And these are just great because, one, if you have eyelids that crease a lot, your eyeshadow can get caked within the crease, and that's not cute. It also helps to hold on to the eyeshadow. To get more advanced, you'll see that these are great. You know, no one wants to spend a lot of time working on their eyeshadow only for it to come off in a couple hours. So, last but not least, I have an eyebrow pencil. This one is Spiked by MAC. Everyone knows your eyebrows are the framework of your face. Like, they set the tone for your face. If your face is done and your eyebrows are not, it kind of just ruins the whole effect. So yeah, I definitely suggest an eyebrow pencil. The first product I would recommend in the advanced stage is face primer. I definitely recommend it because it's just another tool that will help you to hold on to that makeup. So you put it on underneath your foundation, especially around your T-zone, but everywhere else if that's what you prefer. And you put on your foundation or powder on top of that. And that's what helps for your makeup to stick. The next two products that I'm going to mention are contouring or bronzer powder and a highlighter. So basically either one of these also help to bring forth dimension and color back to your face, along with the blush that was used in the intermediate portion. So our contouring powder is basically used to deepen the shadows of your face. They're often used on the side under the cheekbone, right where you see that area is, along the jawline, which helps to diminish my double chin, and along around the temples to help elongate the forehead. Highlighter is used to bring light to your face. So you see kind of like where the lamp is bringing light to my face right now. It's kind of like that natural glowy look that highlighter brings to your face. And it also helps to deepen the look of the contouring powder. So I don't know, kind of all just works together to just, I don't know, bring that perfect look to your face. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of what everyone should have in their makeup kit, in my opinion. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video.